Week 9 against the Colts was a complete and utter disaster, as there was really no phase of the team that was good. The special teams wasn't even that great. Kick returns, inconsistent. We had a couple of lanes, couldn't really close them. Overall, started behind the 25-yard line on average. Fielding them wasn't even that great. Had a couple of iffy punts where, we could have gotten them really pinned nicely, and, we keep it in slightly. We missed the tackle, and they gain an extra 10, 15 yards. The defense, obviously, there's so much to say about them. Weren't getting consistent pressure. The coverage was laxed. The tackling was terrible. The lane filling was terrible. And, of course, just after the catch, just not getting into good spots, the pursuit angles. It was really bad on defense. And then offense was even worse. So many turnovers, so many penalties, bad blocking for the run game specifically, inconsistent route running, some drops even that we're not used to. I mean, just wasn't a good game for us in the slightest, but the good thing is it's still early in the season. We're 6-2. The Jaguars obviously in position to maybe even take the lead in this division right now. We'll see what happens as we're about to take on another division rival here in the Tennessee Titans. Any breakouts? Who would have thought? None. 6-2, 6-2, 5-3, and then the Colts. I mean, it's a long way away, but it's in the right direction as they, of course, have finally gotten back on the win column, 2-6. Looking at the players of the week are as follows. Rush and June, some new names at the quarterback spot. Fuller and Humphrey, some names we have definitely seen do their fair share of work. So some old and some new. As far as how the team looks, I mean, probably defeated, if anything. Morale should actually be pretty low, as that's a really bad loss to take, especially since it's a division rival. But in general, when you feel like you came off of a really good week against a superior team, and yet you come out just flat-footed, and it just never really works. We finally climbed back a little bit, but overall, we just weren't good enough, and we were just making way too many mistakes. But let's take a look at this Titans team that, in theory, it hasn't really played super well against us over the years, but they've definitely put up some numbers against other teams, as they just ended up winning, I believe, their latest game here. And let's take a look at that roster, see how much has changed. Maybe Goff's a beast, and he kind of is. Really good throw power. Short accuracy is amazing. Medium, deep, and on the run is all 87. Under pressure is 84. Of course, break sack sucks. Play action's pretty good, though, and I mean, he can get it done. He can definitely get it done. Derrick Henry, though, is a very low overall now. 84 overall. This might be his final season as a starter, but you know what? Still has the speed. Still has the trucking and the stiff arm. Still has decent juke move. He still has really high strength. He is still a very good running back. Then we go over to the wide receivers. Hopkins is only an 84 overall. Elijah Moore an 84. Treylon at 83. Wide receivers not their biggest problem, but they could use a true number one once their guy retires in Hopkins. Tommy Edmonds, a younger guy, wanting to go with youth, but he looks utterly garbage. He has no speed. He has no catching. He is basically a fullback. I don't know how they don't see that. Left tackle, Warner plays over Makari because he is a day one starter, and he is a really good-looking rookie, so fair enough. Skrotsky looks amazing. Sims looks decent. Green needs to be replaced, and Steele is always pretty serviceable. Coleman on the inside, left end, great block shedding, 88 to be exact. Simmons doesn't even compare to him, 86 block shed, but definitely a better pass rusher. Tart, a little bit of both, but mainly in block shed. Josh Allen, a very good pass rusher with 87 finesse. Inside linebackers, a little bit of speed. They're all pretty decent. They got some depth there. Right outside linebacker in Harold Landry. Okay, getting to the quarterback, but definitely not elite. Barber, their cornerback, very good in zone, not great in man. And then McCrary, pretty damn good in man, a little less in zone. Farley, pretty solid, but never going to be a true starter on the team anymore. And is Trainer a rookie? He is a 2-year starter, actually. Byard, still going strong, 88 zone, a little bit slower these days, though. McLaughlin, very good zone, decent speed. So, I mean, they're on the come up. They've definitely got some young names they can build around, but at the same time, some of their best players are the oldest and no longer as good as they once were. Focusing on the strategy, obviously you're going to be stopping the inside run with Derrick Henry and then focusing on what we want to do to them. Their run block is really good, so I would say throw it medium, throw it short. Going to go with medium, though, because that's just, kind of a product of throw it short. It's medium to short. Well, opposite of that, actually. As we are going to be trying to get a damn dev up for one of our guys. Of all the people that get it, though, Griffin? Like, that's just crazy. What? He caught that? Okay, you guys don't want to see this enough. How, though? All right, we got Judge here. He is the kick return man, so Playmaker just seems like the best upgrade for him. as we even did that with Ford recently. It was not bad for juke move and all that, which right here is not bad either. What does he get? Oh, he's superstar. Oh, I didn't even think about it. I was like, what does he get? And it's like, oh yeah, he's what we get is the knowledge that he's a damn superstar. What is his like reps? Oh yeah, he hasn't played much. That sucks because like one of the first kind of abilities you can get is of course return man, and he's obviously our return man. So unfortunately, we're not going to get that from him. Kind of wish I would have done the thing in training now. But Glover, look at how strong he is now. Really good. Just hasn't really played super well, but had a couple of rip moves last game, and he was really cooking. But let us go into this game against the Titans and try to get back on top. But hey, we could actually end up at the end of this game being the third spot in the division after being in the first for so long. Here we go against the Titans, who obviously are an aging roster. If there was ever a window to win it all, it would kind of be right now. And I don't really think they have the talent, but they are in the mix. 5-3 is definitely a pretty good start to the season. Going 6-3 would be exactly where we would be if that happens. And, we definitely don't want that to happen. Hoping for a big bounce back. No team is a guaranteed given. But I will say I do have a good feeling about this one. So hopefully that is what happens. And, of course, the Titans coming out here now with Jared Goff wearing number 17. They just love that number 17 at quarterback. Looking at our side, though, there's really not anything we did well, like we said last week. And the main thing, in my opinion, is tackling. We've got to tackle better. And, of course, separation, big thing for the receivers. But just reading the field better. Seeing who we need to throw to. Getting the ball to them early. Maybe just trusting them a little bit more. Even if they don't win their route. If we like the pre-snap play, and they have the leverage, you just force it in there. Instead of throwing the ball late and getting picked, you at least trust your guy. And maybe it'll go better for us. I don't know. But we can adjust accordingly. And I just think we got to trust what we see a little bit more. And trust, the pre-snap. The pre-snap, we got to trust it. Of course, looking at Jared Goff, had a pretty good game last week, it seems. See how he's playing overall, though. 13 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, just under 2,000 yards. Not bad by any means, especially on a team that likes to run the ball. And we're trying to get out there. Glover does an okay job to kind of force Henry out there. Obviously, Henry's not going to be a guy that's trying to cut it back too often, but last week, Henry, 95 yards. Obviously, slower to get up than he used to be. The old man, age starting to catch up with him. 2nd and 6. We got a lot of players up to the line of scrimmage, and we got to get back. And really good tackle by Stingley. It's going to force a 3rd and 5 early in this one. And I think you kind of unleash the beast here and just go for it. And we're not going to get there, but Scott will. Pretty damn good pressure. The running back, Henry's blocking there, so we're allowed to bring everyone in. And we did just enough to force the issue, and it will be a punt, a stop on the first drive against the Titans, when really we had like 1 or 2 the whole game last week. So definitely a vast improvement as Judge gets a few yards, try to do too much, and now we're going to be looking at CJ Stroud's numbers, looking super gunslingery. Touchdowns are okay, picks are a bit high, yards are very high, and as you can see right there, they are still almost 2-to-1 touchdown to pick ratio. You can't ask for much more than that. And we're going to come out with a triple option to start this game out. See what they got off that edge. And we're going to be handing this off to Washington. Gains kind of nothing. CJ Stroud, not the fastest guy in the world, but I'll also tell you this, not the slowest either. But a lot going on this right side. We're going to be kind of reading this side mainly, I think. And Boyer has a little bit of leverage. Great catch. Perfect throw. Pretty good coverage by Al-Shaair, but Boyer's, especially last week, very dependable. I know he dropped that one ball, but that's okay. Things happen. Made up for it tenfold. And behind the defense is Nico, slightly behind him, but I did try to pull him away from the safety a little bit. Great first down there, and 46 yards to start off the pass game. Stretch back left as they have a superstar on that side, but it is Landry, and we have an angle trying to break a tackle. Shaair doing a pretty good job. Bird trying to get that. Bird Byard trying to get a play there. Thinking of Jarius. See what we got on this read option. And they are going to see it, but Washington's going to get the play and pushed all the way to the 1. Quick throw. Am I crazy or is Boyer literally uncovered? I mean, that is I guess I didn't really think about the D-line maybe pulling off and covering, but I don't know what that is. Well, considering we score, now I know what it is. It was a free touchdown. But that's all right, as we are going to take the first lead and points of the game. Good hit on Hopkins, as they're going to be going really short so far and not really getting a whole lot going. Don't know if the Colts are just another breed, but right now it is feeling like a completely different game than last week. And we're also on the road yet again, as Will Anderson's not going to get there. And Derrick Henry, I'm telling you, he's older, but he doesn't feel any different. Hudson, a little bit easier of a game going against, oh my God, he's insane. An errant throw, but it's perfect. The running back Spears down the field at the 32-yard line. But as I was about to say, a little bit easier this weekend, though. Skoronski's a great player. He is no Quentin Nelson just yet. And he still put up 2 sacks last game, but what a throw. Great catch, and, I mean, just nobody there. Was a long developing play, so the pressure would have been nice to get there a little sooner, but at the same time, there was no one on him. It's got to be somebody at least closer in the vicinity. And we're going to try to get out there with Scott, and we force the cutback, and Derrick Henry with the truck gains 12. He truly hasn't lost a step. Even though he's lower of an overall, he feels the exact same. And there he goes, Will Anderson. Pretty good comeback route on that right side, though. But too much speed. Will Anderson with the blitz gets him. And Jared Goff a little hobbly there. Little hobbly. 2nd and 19. After the really bad first drive, they're having a pretty good one here. But 9 yards lost on a sack is a lot. And they're not going to hand it off to anyone. And play action, he's open. Trying to get over there. Instead, they go for the shot play. Stingley, who's so good with those, very routine pick for him, doesn't get the feet down. And the Titans will still have another chance at this, and I think you go crazy. I mean, we've kind of lived and died by the blitz. And it's worked again. Might knock him out of field goal range. The pressure. It will. They're going to be punting this ball away, which feels so weird because it's such a short punt. And it's not a bad one, but it's still like, it just doesn't feel worth it. But, hey, you know what? Whatever doesn't give them points helps me out. I'll take that. As we're going to be looking for kind of a shot play. As Ford gets quite a bit of room, gets blasted, though. Maybe that's why you don't run the drag from the running back, as Ford would have had a lot of room to run had we not pulled the defender into his zone. You'll learn, though. You'll learn. Uh-oh. Maybe the defense about to learn as Rudolph has got space. Breaks the tackle inside of the 50 now. Much better start on offense this week. Got an RPO we could send over to Nico's way. And wide open run lane. Pierce going to gain about 7. Maybe 8. That ball is hanging there a little bit, though. And let me tell you, I know about some hanging balls. Inside handoff to Washington. And we're going to get some pretty damn good blocks again. Much better this week than last week, I'll tell you that much. Usually we run screens out of pure desperation. Maybe this is the best time to run one. 1st and 10. Who would expect it against, us? And that's going to be a throwaway. Pretty good coverage anyways, but instantly rushed. And the first incompletion of the game is a dump off. Like, how? That's unbelievable, but back out on offense. Going to be handing off on the RPO. And we got okay lanes, but 93 is that Tart. Made a really good play. Still 4 yards. Sets up an easier conversion chance. Double post. Does this not mean that Ford's wide open, by the way? And it does. Ford. Oh, he breaks the tackle. That's a touchdown. Laramie Tunsil, undefeated. Second quarter up 10. No points for them last drive, even though they did really well. And their offense has struggled. It's like take 4 steps forward, 2 steps back. And then it's like take 4 steps back, 0 steps forward. Their steps are just inconsistent. All right, going to run the ball, find a lane, cut inside. Had the corner, widened. One-on-one, Nico. If there's a press, he could win it. Stroud throw it away. Very good read last second to just throw that bad boy away. Didn't really see the right side too much. Kind of looked at the left, glanced at the right, and by the time I even really had a legit chance to look right, they were kind of all over us. Boyer with a quick throw could maybe run this in. Maybe not. Blasted, but gives us the decision now with that catch. I did say I was going to be a pre-snap read guy this game. I don't know if that's actually open or if this is bait. And that is going to be picked off. Oh, that sucks. But he returns it, but gets out of there. Maybe we should have kicked the field goal. I think that time that I made the right read. Although if I throw to Boyer here, it's probably a score. It's just really hard to tell. And then obviously afterwards, it's not going to be. Ford, they did bait that out hard. I mean, there's no way I hit that. Maybe right here, back of the end zone, but they covered that pretty well. Another interception for Stroud on the season. Up to 11 now. Only halfway through the year. And he's in trouble! Blasted safety! Defense says, don't worry. We'll make it look like it was intentional. Don't worry, boys. We got you. Defense is cooking. This Judge tries to do a little too much. Gets to the 33, though. Back to that blitz play where we threw straight to Ford. This time I actually want to see what we can do with it, where it isn't just a guaranteed. Oh, I guess it is a guarantee again. Ford's got speed. Maybe he gets that all the way to the right side if he has an angle, but obviously no angle to be found with the DB waiting. Great play, though. We'll tell you what, though. This one, probably not a great play. It's going to be an underneath throw. A little behind him. Rudolph gains 5. Got to down the field in a very big hurry, though. Got a little bit of a sweet play here. A little counter action. And not bad, although, what a move. Would have loved to see the guard actually kind of like block the first guy, but hey, it worked out. Pierce picking a fight that I didn't think he'd win, but he kind of won the hand battle at least. Kind of slapped him away. Pump fake works. Rudolph gets a lot of room. Great blocking. Nice dive forward to the 5. A couple of underneath plays, just taking it for so many yards. These tough reads. I'm not really sure what you're getting out of this. Washington with a good route. Could score, though. To Boyer. Touchdown. Easy. 16-0, bring the blitz off that side. Let's actually go Griffin. Can't do anything. Outside, try to strip it. Can't. Gains 2. I thought they did turn the ball over. Am I crazy? I guess not. Oh, what a move. Griffin, another sack. 1.5 for Griffin, but another sack on Jared Goff. This defense is moving. And we've been kind of aggressive lately, so maybe catch him off guard with a, just a base 4 rush. And they did bring the extra blocker. And that's a tough throw. Great job by Noah Igbenogany. I know Jared Goff's not the fastest, but I still thought maybe he had a chance. Didn't get it. Didn't even attempt it. And this will be yet another punt. Halfway through the second quarter, and even though we've had our fair share of mistakes already, again, looking pretty good again to maybe win this one. Last drive 4 for 4 with 60 yards and a touchdown. Maybe try to do too much in that 4th and short situation. You learn some, though, and you lose some. And we can't pitch it. He gets blasted. Try to pitch it, and he just wouldn't go with it. The handoff was what we were supposed to do, but I liked the way that it was lined up for us to pitch the ball off. So I kept it, and they just wouldn't let us do it. So we lose 3. And there's no one on Boyer. Let him inside a little bit. Good try on the break tackle to the 36. Back-to-back huge weeks for Boyer. Trying to drag out any sort of deep play for Nico. Oh, that's actually pretty good coverage. But he gets it in behind, realizes he's burned by Boyer, tries to outrun it, and Boyer just catches one underneath on him. I mean, that's just got to feel like heartbreaking, right? Can we not? I'd rather just straight up hand this off. Pierce not going to gain much. That's maybe a play I should have called a timeout on. Double move for Rudolph. I do think they're going to play deep on Ford here, and they will. Inside, though, laser beam, hit hard, but to the 3, holds on, first down. Saw it a little late, can't lie. This is a play we scored on kind of last time. Boyer again. He wasn't even really ready for it, but he just caught it like all willy-nilly low. How are they leaving this man open? I mean, it's almost like the Kelce treatment. Like Travis Kelce is the guy that just gets those type of plays all the time too, where you're just like, how are you not covering him? Like, how is he just so open? I mean, I know what play I'm going to run next time we need 2-point conversion. I mean, potential incoming X factor coming up at the tight end spot here. And Murray can't get him. Uh-oh, he's got a room. Sermon one-on-one. We know how these tackles go. Great job going low, though. Big run for Henry. Brought a blitz, though, which is weird. Like, he ran right into us. Are we not finished that play? Rookie has a couple of decent blitzes. Not this time. Sermon misses the hit stick. Switched me the wrong guy. Blasted, though. 2-minute warning. 23-0, but a big touchdown chance here right before halftime for the Titans. All right, 5 wide. We got man coverage. Will Anderson inside. Can't get it, and that should have been picked. How is it not? That's game. I mean, we don't even have to start the second half with our starters. Like, you probably should, but I wouldn't. I don't think you need to. Off the edge. Can't swat it, and really good throw. Just enough separation there on the inside for Elijah Moore. Big time conversion there will keep this drive alive, and they desperately need it. And that's not a play that really does much for them. That's why I didn't really cover it. Flipping the defense a little bit here. Let's go with Hudson. What a move. Already got him off his spot and misses the throw because of it. Pressure's on. All right, let's go with Christian. Actually, I don't even know. What a move by Hudson. Forcing the issue. Throwaway. Hudson is really becoming a monster. Field goal chance, but still a 20-point deficit. We'll say, though, last week, 17-point deficit. We almost came back ourselves. Just fell short. This is a little bit more points, though. Kick is up and good, and biggest thing is we still have a chance to score. If it doesn't look good, though, like we get sacked or take a loss on the first play or two, we're probably going to, be happy with our 20-point lead into halftime. But who knows? Maybe Judge has a kick return touchdown in him. And, I mean, a little lane, but nothing going. All right, we've been pretty confident in this game, but we did still throw a pick, so got to be careful. And that will be a sack pretty early. Had a couple of underneath throws. That might just take us to halftime. We talked about it. I mean, we'll probably just run one, and if something crazy happens, we do something. But, yeah, I think that that'll be a pretty happy halftime score, especially after last week. They're calling timeouts now. I mean, I can see why, especially since you can force, a bad punt, potentially. Let's get a quick throw into Ford here. Or not. No way we get this. Dot! Gonna give us a chance now. To the 45. Didn't even really need to be a dot, to be fair. Kind of feel like a double move is unnecessary for Boyer. Streak would be better, probably. In behind the defense. Boyer holds on, fighting to the 30, and we're going to take their 3 away. Fairbairn with a chance. A little bit of wind, but it looks pretty good. Kick is perfect. And that timeout, we were going to let it go to halftime. They come with a blitz. Rudolph gets the throw. Perfect blocking, and what a start for this one. 26-3. Nothing going for the Titans offense, and our offense has been pretty decent, but more importantly, has just had so many opportunities with punt after punt after punt from that Titans team. Let's take a look, see if they maybe show us some Jaguars footage. The Patriots versus the Bills, a nice division battle. Bills, who are, believe it or not, worse than the Patriots, having a good game here, though, 14-0. Mac Jones at the quarterback spot, 5-4, and they're winning a lot of games. I mean, I don't know. Cowboys over the Seahawks, but barely, right? 10-point lead. Seahawks look pretty bad, and 4-4 Cowboys. I mean, there's some really big powerhouses that just aren't performing this season. We have the Buccaneers and the Browns have just been terrible. 0-9, but they are leading by 6 in this one. So another weird game, but 0-9 is unbelievably desperate. But going into the second half, obviously, still going to be focusing on stopping the run. And for ourselves, maybe actually focus on starting the run on the inside. As Derrick Henry's had some plays, but overall it has been all Texans, and all Texans because of Boyer. We get the ball to start the second half, too. I mean, they kind of need a miracle for this to go their way. Handing off to Washington. This could be a pretty boring quarter, especially boring half. And if we score a touchdown, I mean, it's over. Get out of the way, Kenyon. He's like a damn Grand Canyon. I don't know what that means, because that would mean he blocks well, but that's just not true. I don't know if I like this, but I like Rudolph's chance. Now they're reading it. Oh, my. Good try by Pierce, but we actually lose. And Brevin Jordan apparently injured with a quadriceps strain. They like to blitz on this, which Ford is maybe open, and he is. I mean, Ford maybe this time. Oh, no. This time, Ford takes it the distance. Celebrates into the end zone and may have already called game. It is now 3rd and 2. The Titans still trying to run that ball. I know that's what they do well, but, I mean, you're just kind of helping us win the game at this point. Good tackle low. It gets them the first down, but still that clock is going to run, and they're down 30. Oh, pretty good play, though, to the tight end, Edwards, I believe. We love that play to Ford, though. Helps out him and Stroud. Try to get some numbers back. And they actually ran it. Sermon blew the freaking fullback up. And yeah, Sermon did blew the fullback. Hudson can't make the play, and Clayton's on that, but Hopkins barely catches it. Actually, to pull off Will Anderson here. When do you ever see him pull off? Oh, pick! The athlete! Game! Intercepted by William Anderson. The defense shows up after a terrible outing last week. Will Anderson almost overran it because I thought it was going to be all the way. Maybe it was an option, but Hopkins shows a terrible option. I mean, even Christian Harris is in on that play. Maybe gets a pick. But the pass rusher, Will Anderson, who would have thought he would drop back? And you will not be seeing C.J. Stroud. Dameon Pierce will stay in just to try and close this game out. That's a tough throw. And not bad. Did he catch that? Ford is ridiculous if that's a catch. Over 100 yards in the game, obviously. Let's take a look at this one. Really good throw. And that is a freaking catch. King with a really nice throw, like I said. Let's see if we got anything else. What is that throw, though? Oh, my God. He swats it. No shot. I know Donaldson was coming, and he maybe gets a piece of it anyways, but that is crazy. That ball got away from us, though. Mackey, short throw underneath. Donaldson doing his job. Blocks 6 yards. They are blitzing, so we will not be running this. I feel like the left side's open for a run from King, though. Tight end again. And it's a good enough throw. He's going to be short. No, they're going to say he got the first. I would argue that. I'm going to hurry up to the line. Are they running inside, like a mid? And King, taking a little bit of a hit, gains about 4. King looks comfortable in this freaking scheme as well. Donaldson, and that ball is overthrown. Not the most separation in the world, but had enough. But man, does Donaldson look like a giant. Could be a quick throw to Ford. And that is a pretty big-time throw. Caught! Touchdown! What a play! I don't know if that left foot was in. Gave his guy a chance under pressure, and Rudolph comes away with an insane one. Dance battle in the end zone. Did he get the foot in, or is he going to be short? I can't tell. Let's see it. And that is close. They're going to, I believe, say he got this, as there is no review. Under pressure, delivers it, takes the hit and everything. It's a 50-50 ball caught by Rudolph. And look at how close that is. Does that touch? That is so close. I think he touches the white line there. But they're likely going to say he caught it. And I can't lie, watching King roll is kind of fun. Preseason didn't look this good. Another one? A little overthrown. But under pressure, that's a great throw yet again. Watching the Titans defense just like be happy, or people celebrating about it, is kind of crazy though. Ford. And he can't get it. Bad throw. That'll be another punt. What has happened? They just went back so effing far. I mean, I want to block this thing. I don't know if it's going to be its own standalone video or not, because the Titans got smoked. Didn't get there. Pretty damn good blocking, considering we're not even trying to block. And how is Judge not faster than everyone in the league? And you already know we want to test out some read option stuff. And we get to keep it. Oh, you've seen it coming? Really? Tart's been really good with that play action, or play rec this game. He made a play. What can I say? Rudolph on the inside. 400 yards of passing. 58 for them. Inside, perfect throw. Rudolph adds to his big day to the 33. King gonna have more yards. He already has more yards, actually, than Jared Goff, and he only entered the game late third. What in the world? Verticals. Oh my god, was that actually maybe our guy? Maybe he had an option there. It was a terrible throw, whatever it was. It was an option, fair enough. Really dumb by Ford, but it works out. Judge is now in. Does he have that dot in him? Oh my! Rudolph with another! What a throw! I mean, we've seen more misses with Stroud than we have seen with King. King is on fire. There's something in the air. Look at this thing. On the money, back of the end zone. The drag. Touchdown. I mean, at this point, you almost want to put in Mills because you don't want to hurt the backup. The backup looks important now. Pierce gaining about a yard. I mean, Pierce had like nothing for today. The pass game was just free. Run game just, I mean, no matter what we really did, even these read options. I mean, there's nobody really on Rudolph here. Oh, read option. Open field. King! Nice play to the 37, and the Titans have just looked terrible. That is unbelievable how well King is like performing right now. And bumped. I think that was the bump that caused it too. I think he had that on the money if not. But realistically, even with the backups in, we should probably not be risking anyone like this. But, I mean, there's nobody on the tight end. That could be another score. I mean, if it wasn't for Donaldson being greedy, wanting a corner fade, I think it would have been. Oh, I thought it was going to be Donaldson. In behind, Rudolph dropped. I wanted Rudolph to just have a crazy game. Donaldson on the slant. Do I really risk it for Rudolph? Corner fade overthrown, but gave him a chance, though. Maybe not overthrown, maybe perfectly thrown. And it's going to be nothing. That'll pretty much end the game, though, as, wow, what a performance, even from the backups. And that would be the game, 47-6. The Titans just do not have an answer for us, as they just constantly seem to get smoked game in and game out when they have to play us. And they're at home in this one. I mean, how is the stadium that full? I'll never know. Obviously, King had some incompletions, but overall, some big-time throws. And, I mean, he even outperformed Jared Goff. I mean, he played so well, looked like he was actually the starter the whole game. You know, compared to Jared Goff, who was terrible. I mean, our backup was better than their starter. CJ Stroud had a really good game, too. That interception sucks, but it is what it is. Pierce, really not much going on the run game, though. King had a couple of plays. 3 touchdowns for Boyer. A 203-yard game for Ford, who is superstar. So if he would have had an X-Factor game, that would have been enough to do it. Rudolph was great, too. The big 3 really just killed it. Although Nico Collins, just non-existent with 44 yards. It's safe to say if King is a guy that has to start multiple games, Mackey is somebody you would pick up in fantasy. 70 yards, he loves them. Sack totals, Glover with 2, Griffin with 1.5, Will Anderson with 1.5, a picks as well. 1.5 for Scott, 1 for Allen, half for Pearson, half for Murray. Picks for Will Anderson and Al-Shair. Perfect kicking, and everything is golden. And we have a couple of upgrades. Jordan Scott has one. Once again, we're going to go back to run stopper. 80 overall now. Kind of the outlier of those elite linebackers, as he just, you know, it's night and day when you compare him to anyone else. Leonard, will he ever get a chance to start? I do not know. We are developing him so hard, and he's still just so low of an overall. I mean, mid-70s for everything, but just still not quite there. And CJ Stroud, is this his last upgrade? No, he already has them all. What does he need? I mean, throw power, really, so let's go with strong arm. Doesn't even need throw power, but it's his biggest need, I suppose. And he gets 2 to mid and 2 to play action, which makes him 99 deep, 98 medium, 96 short. He's ridiculous. Will Anderson, we've kind of talked about run stopper lately, I believe, so I'm going to go with run stopper here. +3, +2 to strength and a power move as well. 86 strength now, 82 block shed. He is ridiculous. But anyways, I don't know if this is going to be a 2-part episode because, you know, maybe 2 games in here because that was a weak game. But the Colts we had such a good game against them last one, even though it wasn't good for us. We kind of struggled. That maybe it's a standalone. We'll see. In case it isn't, though, and, this is its own video. I appreciate you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I think King could be a starter somewhere. I really do, but we're going to let him be a backup. Who knows? Maybe he needs to come in for Stroud and just clutches up. But, yeah, if you're not new, really do appreciate your support on the channel. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, PK Plays, or non-Madden content. And that is about it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video,